Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Valorant Challenges Oceania. My name is Atlas, and today, the game that we have on hand is XG versus Afterlife Esports. It's going to be an interesting one. This is the first lower bracket game that I'll be casting, so this is do or die for these teams. The loser is out of the tournament, and all hopes for Split 2 will be gone. That will be their year over, essentially, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's no other way for them to get into Ascension, so this is a big game for these two teams. We'll have to see what they can show. Map 1 today will be Breeze. Believe it is the pick of Afterlife Esports. And definitely some things to talk about here, especially after Zugang's very close loss to Fun Crew yesterday. I believe it was a 15-17 overtime game. And it's got to be a bit of a kick in the guts to wake up the next day and find out that, well, half of Fun Crew is, unfortunately, has been banned. So, yeah, they're definitely going to be annoyed about that one. They have to fight through the lower bracket now. And the team that they lost to, well, that's not quite the same team anymore. Anyways, though, we'll see what they have to show. They've been pretty dominant outside that series against Fun Crew. We get into the game. Like I said, it's going to be Breeze here. And let's take a little look at the comps here. We have a Yoru for Afterlife Esports. Whereas on the side of XG, a bit more of a standard comp. Of course, Yoru has more or less found his place in the meta, especially around Europe. I believe Yoru's had a higher pick rate than Jet recently, which is pretty crazy. I'll be excited to see what they can do with it today. Zupa going to be locking it in and hoping to find maximum value with those TPs. Create some chaos on the entries. See what they can do. Looks like it's going to be an early fake towards A site here as we see the Yoru here with the Cypher grabbing the orb and more. Well, he finds Dasani pushing out. Shinobu getting proactive here on elbow. Will spot a few and eventually falls back. Yuji by his side. Will grab one. Traded. And Shinobu, well, he's out of there. Maybe the jig is up now. Players are slowly coming towards the B site. There's a lurk down walls though, so this could come to fruition later on in this round. For now though, the bomb will be going down on the B site. Shinobu here in the back lines, a wall to keep him hidden. But when it falls, the kills come across and just two players now left. Moore's found one on the flank and, well, Zoop has found one of his own with the classic. And suddenly it's all down to Downtail. 1v2 for the pistol round to claim it. One player low, he spots them out, he knows where they are. A wonderful flick onto Moore. But unfortunately, he will not be able to convert as Zupa peeks around with the classic, takes him down. Pistol round is converted by Afterlife Esports. And that's an unlucky one. I mean, XG had the numbers on the site, but like I said, that Cypher walking all the way up halls was just the pistol round, so there was no trip there, no information. And that early lurk is gonna, set the alarm bells ringing in XG's heads. You can already see they're putting some players here in the halls, possibly looking to contest this early on. Of course, this is just an eco round. They're not bringing in huge amounts of weaponry into this, so you don't expect to see that much. But here we see Dasani with the Sheriff. He's being one of the heavy hitters of XG. So as he peeks out, spots Crime. He's going to fall back, go down the ropes, and, well, he spots the first, but Moore takes him down, and, well, Zoop has found Sparta Bang on site. Downtail, the only one remaining here, having pushed out halls, and, well, Moore deals with him as well. Suddenly it's all down to Yuji. He falls, and, well, Shinobu, clueless on the flank a little bit, not checking mid, caught with his knife out. A flawless anti-eco.
Get over that owl, Silva.
And good stuff here from Afterlife Esports. A good start, very clean, carrying all their weapons into their bonus round. I'm sure they'll be happy with that. Of course, this is Breeze, so normally these rifles are going to be very important with taking these long-range fights. You can see that with how Afterlife Esports decided to invest into that. 2 Guardians and a Bulldog, able to fight at long range, and, well, we'll see what they can do with it this round. See what they have to do with this. Early look towards B. 4 players from Ale. It's going to be Zupa with the dimensional drift, spotting out one, the Viper in the backside, and his teammates should be chasing down, but Shinobu converts onto the first, spots the clone, won't get blinded for too long, and peeking over the top of the box, Shinobu finds Zupa. This site has been well and truly locked down. XG making sure that the bonus round will be going their way, not letting anything get away from them too early on in the game, and, well, 4 players alive, they're going to be more than happy with that. I'm actually not too sure who the Jet on Afterlife Esports is. Should probably check that. I believe they might have their name hidden at the moment, so not super familiar with these teams, but all good. See what they can get done. So far, Zupa, the main one on Afterlife, having a lot of impact so far. 5 kills so far.
That goes there. Oh, this is a nice.
See what else that he can do.
Yes, this
Now we're into the first full gun round of this half. It's going to be early towards B again. They do have a Cypher and Viper here, so the players of Zoogang trying to lock this site down as much as they can. Dashing in now, Yuji takes down the first. Zupa unable to find any. And the Jet dashing straight into the trip. Won't be taken down, but position is definitely known, and this trip hasn't been dealt with yet. And Yuji, well, he's still alive on site. Shinobu falls, but Yuji's trips are causing chaos on the site, and Yuji's found 3. The site locked down by Zoogang, not letting any more rounds escape them past the pistol. That's going to knock Afterlife straight back down to an eco. Very convincing hold of the site. Yuji and Shinobu playing together, making sure nothing can get past, and, well, now the economy starting to flourish for them. Dasani is going to pull out the operator. Hasn't found any impact in this game just yet, no kills on the board, but we've seen Dasani in the past put up some pretty big numbers, so we'll see what he can do with the operator stationed up in halls. Not going to be finding it or seeing anyone just yet, but there is quite a few players pushing up mid here. See the Jet of Afterlife all the way up with the Sheriff. Won't spot any, and Downtail, well, filling the space in mid, peeking out from doors. Has managed to find him, and Zupa peeking out, gets taken down, traded by Puck, but Spartabang on site, making sure that the numbers don't escape them. Suddenly the A site is open. Gonna see that toxic screen come up, and Dasani just holding with the op, making sure no one gets through, and this is an interesting Viper wall. So Crime might be peeking straight into Dasani, but an unlucky timing maybe as 2 walk past his crosshair and doesn't connect onto either of them. Neural Theft will reveal that there is both players on the site. This is an eco, they should be aware, so possibly looking to play together here, but Yuji is taking first contact, peeking forward. Moore hits a nice shot with the Marshal to trade. Now in a 1v2. Not the best weapon for the job up against the big brother of the operator, but Dasani will fall and suddenly down to a 1v1. Still just a Marshal, but he's already hit 2 headshots. We'll see if he can find more. Shinobu is taking the timing, gotten all the way past. Classic out now, knowing that the bomb is just around the corner. The half goes through, and more with the Classic. Takes down Shinobu. A 1v3 to convert the round. A Thrifty at that. 2 with the Marshal. And the final one with the Classic. More playing it to perfection. What you want to see from your players if you want to have a chance in these elimination games. The pressure is on, and Moore steps up to the plate. Fortunately for XG, they still have plenty of money in the bank, so you can see Dasani pulling out this operator once more. Gonna be looking to take a peek down mid this time. It's all quiet to begin with, just a slow default this time, starting over towards A and just leaving Cypher over towards the B site just to watch for those pushes, and, well, not too much shown just yet, just a few shocks from Spartabang. Maybe smelling that there could be some people close. In fact, I believe the orb was taken in A main, and now the wall up. No action being taken just yet, but the wall is a big piece of utility to invest there. You only get one of those, and you can't change its position, so you can see on the map 4 players had drifted towards the A site, but the silence maybe put in some question marks. Is this a fake? Why is this wall here? Why hasn't it gone up yet? Looks like it might be postured to be a split here. You can see Cypher and Viper on the minimap walking up mid, and well, now Sparta Bang's in a world of trouble as Downtail finds the first on the round. Crime responding from mid, finds a second as well. The mid split coming out and finding lots of success here, and Neural Theft will reveal the positions as well. Shinobu, there's a lot to do here. It is a 3v3, and Yuji's found more at mid. That's the lurk taken care of, and you know there was one more there, so sure they'll be ready for this. And now Crime's position spotted, but Dasani's been pushed back by that drone. Tagged all the way up, and now the Hunter's Fury. Dasani finds first with the op, but he's still alive here. 2v2. Operator, not the best weapon for retake, and well, with Yuji falling to puck, Dasani probably will have to save here. He's pushing forward just a little bit, maybe looking to find an exit, but maybe a little bit too overeager. Zupa takes him down, and nothing will be saved into the next round. Afterlife taking 2 rounds directly back in reply. Figuring out that, well, this hold on B is pretty good. Let's just go A, and well, the slow pace definitely pays off in the end. Saw Crime just creeping forward and finding 2. Players on Zhugang just maybe a little bit unaware. It's now moving into round 7 of the half. It's going to be a fake with the dimensional drift over towards A. Dasani not really seeing much util behind this, so maybe not quite aware what's going on, but the rotates were definitely dragged over, and Zoop is all the way back to the B site. The site is pretty much secured here, not really much in return. Downtail will be here. First contact and spraying around, manages to take down Zupa. Jet has found 2 of their own though, and well, the flash over the wall won't convert any more kills. Downtail falls, but Dasani is quick with a response. This is a 1v3. Downtail probably not going to be revived in this round. So Dasani, a lot to do here. And that owl drone should spot him, tags him up. Now the spam. Dasani won't find any more. 2-5 now. Great start from Afterlife Esports. Of course, this is their map pick, so should be expecting them to have a good plan here, and so far they're making it work super well. Zupa finding a ton of value out of this Yaro, just a fast fake towards A, and well, Dasani felt pressured enough that he made the call for some players to rotate. Left the B site open and ready for the taken. Now, once again, going to the round, and see Zupa is over towards the A side. He has TP'd to join the team, so it's going to be 5 players towards elbow, slowly walking up, and that knife should provide a lot of information for Zhugang. I know that there's more players in elbow than anywhere else that we've seen so far, and well, with the other minimap, Yuji's getting a little proactive in A main and not seeing any, so Zhugang should be fairly confident this is going towards the B site. 3 players here, but the first kill doesn't go their way, and well, Sparta Bang's going to get a ton of information with this, but if we look to the site, Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail, though, 2 wonderful shots and a third taken down. Now the Viper's Pit. Downtail, the only one here who can really fight this. Downtail's found 4. Traded by Puck, though. A massive effort on the site by Downtail. Yuji will finish. 4 kills on the round. And finally, a third on the board for XG. Didn't quite exactly see what went on at that last second, but well, Downtail certainly hit some shots, that's for sure. Saw the first 3, and well, I'm sure XG will be happy with that one. Also managing to get a few ults out. The Viper's Pit. Pretty big one. It's a 9 cost ult, one of the most expensive in the game. So they're going to be happy that they converted that round. Now we'll see if they can potentially string a few rounds together, get that economy back up. Dasani's popped the knives here, and well, a beautiful shot for the first one. Just walking out mid, and a second onto Crime. Dasani not slowing down at all. He's just going to keep on going. Choosing to fall back for now, but enough damage has been done. This is down to a 5v3. Definitely no reason to overheat, just playing the percentage play and falling back with his team. So now Afterlife Esports forced to reconsider. Maybe choosing to go down halls. And down tail should see that TP. Chooses to break it. This is dangerous. If he chooses to peek forward, he does. Only sees the one, but now the util should know that there's multiple here. And down tail, it's actually going to be Dasani peeking forward. And somehow he's managed to get one with the fragment. And Shinobu will clean up. Clean round. And 2 in a row now for XG. Slowly getting back into this half. Starting to look a little bit grim with Afterlife running away with 3 in a row after those 2 that XG originally got. Yeah, BFG. Not BFG. Ailey, I was just reading Zupa's name. Wonder what team he used to be on. BFG. Not super familiar on my Oceania lore. I probably should be considering I'm casting for them now, but anyway, Sani is going to find a first one peeking out of A. I believe they're up against just a low buy from Afterlife, so just a 1-for-1. Fortunately, the rifle probably won't be able to get recovered, and the rest of the players of Afterlife are going to be fast down mid. Camera will spot the one. Potentially should know that there's a few more here. Shinobu. Great snake bite, and well, okay. Plucks Jet straight out of the air, and Zika round's probably not going to find too much more as Shinobu hits another nice shot onto Puck. It's all down to more. Yeah, 1v4 with the Sheriff, and Shinobu's not having any of it. All tied up now at 5-5. A good effort here from XG to bring themselves back into this half. So now with only 2 rounds remaining, this could still go either way. Should be guns up for every single player in the lobby. Plenty of credits to go around. Sani possibly going to be buying an op, and yep, there it goes. Yeah, Dasani hasn't found a whole lot of value just yet in this half. It's really been Downtail and Shinobu shining up the most, I think. Especially Downtail on these site anchors. This round is going to be some mid-aggression. Whereas Afterlife, quick in response, this dimensional drift. I believe this is the 3rd one in the half. First skill goes the way of Afterlife, and well, Downtail is a little bit overwhelmed in the backside. Blinded over and over again, but Downtail eventually takes Zupa down despite it. And Yuji, oh, what a shot. Nice snap from Jet, and well, also connects onto Downtail, so Afterlife, it's a bit of a skirmish on the site, but they do eventually win the fights, and they will eventually win the round as well. Making sure that they don't lose too many, now guaranteeing at least an even half. We're going into the last round here. I'm sure they'd love to make this a 7-5. They do have the double duelist comp, so I'm sure they would hope to be favored on this offense.
This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. That goes there.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying at the start of that round, Downtail has been absolutely incredible so far. Really snappy with the aim and managing to dodge a lot of those flashes and somehow managed to convert a kill. Interesting Viper roll lineup. I think that might have been a missed one, bounced off some weird bit of geometry. Another fast mid take though, and well, players are being spotted in Downtail. He's found the first, that's the Viper removed, so no more wall, no more snakebite. Yuji, however, will be taken down by the Hunter's Fury. Shinobu's still around on the site. Zupa will take him down after Shinobu found one of his own. Suddenly, it's all down to Puck and Zupa. Bomb not really being planted. Opting to go for the information with the Owl Drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zoogang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. And man, I am excited about this. All the games I've casted so far in relegation have been pretty much stomps, so this one looking quite close here, as even as it can be. It's now Afterlife move to the defense. We'll see what they can get done here. See what they can do with the Yar. You do have the benefit of being able to go from one side of the map to the other in just an instant. We'll see what XG can do against it. Clearly, at least for Downtail, the blinds don't seem to bother him that much. Able to flicker away just in time. Pistol round begins. Should be a slower approach from XG here, the spike. It's fairly far back and actually towards A site, so maybe the plan is to just fake towards B here and eventually regroup. You can see Afterlife though. Plenty of space gathered at mid, and they're pushing all the way forward. Crime, he's going to be spotted by Yuji and taken down. Puck looking for the trade, but Yuji, well, he drops him as well. 2 kills now, and Downtail dropping through halls. Manages to get a third, and now down to a 5v2 on a pistol. This is looking excellent for XG. As I mentioned, the plan was clearly to pivot towards A just from the positioning of that spike, and there it goes. The wall's placed, and the spike should be going down any moment. We look to Zuper and Moore. See what they can do here, and Moore should spot the first on Shinobu. Takes him down cleanly. Shot to the head. More than enough with the ghost. Be a 2v4 now, down from a 2v5, so a good start, but still plenty of work left to do as, well, the retake's coming from 2 different directions. Zuper has found one of his own, Downtail fallen. Now flashing out more, and a little bit of a skirmish with Spartabang. Spartabang playing well, not giving away his life just yet. Zuper's found a second. It is down to a 2v2, but both of these defenders are low. Moore somehow has gotten it down to a 2v1. Now the defuse starts. Dasani has found the first, and the bomb being stuck. Dasani will take him down. Got a little bit close for comfort, but XG eventually convert. Just the sheer numbers enough to force that clock to go all the way down, and, well, a timeout now from XG. Maybe Coach Glizzington just maybe not super happy. Not liking that the kills went the way of Afterlife for the most part when it was a 2v5. Definitely not going to be super comfortable with that happening. At the same time, you also have to wonder if you might have wanted to save that timeout a little bit later. Of course, both teams should have 2 timeouts, I believe. Although I believe, unfortunately, because we're on the live patch, I think the tournament mode will only allow 1 per half, so... And then, if it goes to overtime, there'll be more timeouts available there, just 1 per team. So, XG, the coach taking the moment to talk to his team, the first time in this game. See what adjustments they make, see if they're possibly going to play a little bit more tight-knit in these post-plants. You don't want to see a 5v2 getting all the way down to a 1v1 clutch. Or 1v2, sorry, it was. Dasani fortunately able to convert it. Of course it is just a pistol, so gun's gonna be bored up here. We're seeing 2 outlaws, interestingly enough. As well as a vandal and a bulldog, so pretty heavy weaponry. Whereas Yuji just opting to go for a classic. Not buying up at all, trusting he might be able to pick up a gun. So we'll see what XG can do with this eco round. Sani's got a vandal of his own, so, you know, cool an eco if you want, but that's a full rifle. It also means there's plenty to lose here, and they seem to have smelt the stack. They would be correct. All 5 players are towards the A site, and XG, should they choose to put the foot in the pedal, then they should find themselves an empty site here. They slowly creep forward, choosing to go up elbow. This is giving a little bit of time for ALE to potentially rotate off the A site. Now the execute comes. There'll be nothing in return, and, well, Yuji's found the dink on the classic on the A site. Won't be converting any kills just yet as, well, Jet's on the chase, and Yuji peeking out, right click at that range, oh my gosh. Taking him down, and, well, it's going to be a death ball through the flank. Downtail should hear all of this as peeks out, just unfortunately gets the trip. Second bullet off the outlaw though will take out Puck, and Zuper's found one with a classic, and Crime as well. Shinobi good with the trades at least, and they shouldn't be losing too much more. A bit of a cheeky camera placement, should see Dasani peeking around the corner. Fortunately it is just more on his own, and I believe he only has a classic, so probably won't be getting too much else done. So yeah, Moore finally peeking out, gets a little bit of damage, but nothing more than that. Shinobu will find 3. This round, and this time the pistols go in the way of XG, so they're going to be finding themselves with the early advantage here. 2 outlaws. So we'll see See that clearly they like sniping here. This is on the offense as well, so definitely an interesting decision. I mean, me personally, I don't really like the Outlaw, but I'm also not as good as these players, so there's a reason they're playing and not me. See what Downtail and Shinobu can do with those Outlaws. It's going to be quite fast down mid here, and well, Dasani, beautiful shot, pushing all the way up and finding one through this elbow area. Potentially going all the way into B. Very fast and decisive hit here, and Zupa's the only one left on site to potentially contain this hit. Moore has found one from the archers. Dasani taken down, and the bomb is eventually going to go down, and well, Downtail spotted by the Cypher camera, I think. Either that or a rogue trip that was left uncleared. Suddenly this take of the B side is kind of left in shambles. No one on the site, and the bomb is down. All the players left in main and elbow, and somehow they seem to have swapped places. It appeared just a few seconds ago that XG had the site and were planning. Now the bomb left in a little bit of an awkward position. It's just going to be a 3v3 side take. Of course, this is just the bonus for XG, so any kills, any impact they can have on the economy, it's going to be pretty huge. Shocks out, and somehow Yuji managed to get one. Wouldn't find any more, and, well, more will be finding plenty. 3 on the round. I was about to say more like 4 times in the span of like 5 seconds, and I was like, well, we'll use some different words. Bonus not going to be converted. It's going to be Afterlife getting a round back. Plenty of money left, and, well, rifles across the board. Few Guardians, though, so we're seeing that economic damage come through. So 3 of these players from Afterlife going to be crisp with their shots if they want to get anything out of this. Double trip setup, and first is destroyed. Dasani dashes in straight into a trip, and, well, gets taken down fairly swiftly, and Downtail will fall as well. Could potentially be revived, but players here are just spamming through the smokes. Seeing these Cypher setups really get a lot of value here. Yuji will bring Downtail back into the round, but, well, Zupa not having any of it takes him straight back out. Clone will blind up a few of the players of XG, and left scrambling here is, well, they know that there's plenty of players close and now worrying about the flank. And fights just really aren't being given. As I say that, though, Prime will be taken down by Yuji, and, well, the hat flies off and positions should be known. Now a little bit more certain that they should be worried about the flank, and, well, that ultimate's also forced out a fight, and Yuji converts easily, and now bringing this down to a 2v2. Sparta Bangs found the flank, and they should know that Moore has been around here. It's down to a 1v1 as Sparta Bang, his position's known. Cypher ultimates traded. But everyone knows where everyone is, because, well, that's just kind of the nature of recon players, and, well, no utility left, so it's just going to be down to positioning and gunplay. Sparta Bang. The clock is ticking, and peeking around, the camera should spot him. And Moore knows the fight's coming to him, but Sparta Bang converts. Choosing to fight instead of going for that spike plant, and it ends up paying off for XG. It's a close round, but converting it will send Afterlife back down to an eco. Just the Sheriff once again. Afterlife have a lot to do here. The score isn't too big of a gap just yet, 9-7. Still anyone's game, but Afterlife, following this eco, I'm sure they'll want to get as much as they can, close that gap as fast as possible. Jet here is definitely being chased down. Hunter's Fury invested and taking him down. Site's going to be taken this time. No setups to contest. No pesky Cypher trips around. This time the B hit goes pretty smoothly. One ultimate invested here, so this is just against an eco round. Sure, Afterlife will be happy that that won't be a danger factor in the next. Yuji, though, still hitting shots, winning this fight consistently through tunnel. As Bang choosing his fights, peeking round. Moore eventually will trade, but they just want the round at this point, and well, Moore's got too many targets to choose from. Falls to UG. And XG, clean enough. Only dropping one. Their money will be absolutely fine now. As this is a crucial round for Afterlife, because you lose this one, you're back down to another eco and staring down the barrel of match point here. And this is Afterlife's map pick, so
Yes, this should
going into Sunset for XG next map. I'm sure they'd love to have that one map buffer. See what they can do here. Be fast towards mid. Dasani dashing on top, and well, 2 players revealed by this recon dart. Having pushed down elbow. Zoop is going to teleport away, but you know, still one sticking around, and spammed through the wall as Dasani somehow finds the head of the opposing jet. Puck, though, has found one and crimes one fight through tunnel. So this is down to a 3v4, despite the first kill going the way of XG. Now the Viper wall is going to come up. There is trips on the site, though, and, well, sniffing out the first one. Should be broken, but Downtail jumps through in a collateral. Moore maybe a little bit lucky to get 2, but surely they should have communicated that there's a trip here. Downtail just wanted to jump and flash through, and maybe just jumped a little bit too far. It's caught by the trip and ends with 2 dying, leaving Bang in a pretty unlucky situation. Afterlife definitely going to be happy with this, though. This was the must-win round. And Bang, well,
30
with
seconds
4
left.
players left, it's unlikely. But Bang, it's been pretty clutch in the past, as should know that Moore's here and takes him down. This bomb should be able to go down, but he's not looking behind. 2 players postured towards bridge. No one finding him just yet, is, well, choosing to plant right in between the pyramids. Somehow staying safe for now, but, well, Puck peeking round will take him down, and really not too much of a chance there. There was players coming from 2 different directions, and Bang just unable to pick a fight that's favorable. 10-8, so this is going to go a little bit closer, and that's what we want to see, right? This is an elimination game, and, well, I would feel robbed if it wasn't close. And of course, as I was mentioning at the start of the game, XG, following yesterday's loss to Funtrue, I'm sure they'll be wanting to stay around as fast as, well, not as fast, as long as they can.
Track them down.
After all, it's going to be a pretty gutting loss to have 15-17 in overtime. This round they choose to go fast down halls. Puck will spot a few, and, well, the tag into Dasani. Nothing will come of it as the door gets opened. Some utility to hold them back, but it's fast as Dasani dashes in on top of yellow. Puck will trade, but the site has been fully gathered by XG. Shinobu sticking around in halls, and Puck is aware that there could still be someone here, but maybe not ready for the swing as Shinobu takes him down. See if he chooses to take any more fights or just stay as that pesky little player sitting in the halls as just another checkbox to be cleared from the retake. And, well, peeking forward as the jet was distracted. Zupa will eventually get a trade, but, well, Shinobu's still around, choosing to go back down to main now. But yeah, this post plant looks like it might be going the way of XG. It's all down to Moore, and you can see he's still worried about halls. No one is there, and, well, not enough time left as the bomb should be going off this round just to save here from Afterlife. As XG quickly put another one back on the board, and, well, Moore barely escapes with his life in the shock dart. Missing just barely and placed a little bit differently. That probably would have killed him. He was only on 45 HP. Good stuff from XG here to keep them in this.
That goes there.
11-8 now. 3 rounds separating them, but a lot to do for Afterlife is,
This goes
once
here.
again, this is a bit of a weird buy. Crime
This is a nice spot.
buying up to a Marshall and full shields. I believe Jet should be popping the Blade Storm here, and maybe a little bit of a flash and dash as They're getting ready to peek, and the clone, well, they completely ignore it, but it's going to be a little bit of an enemy battle. It's Dasani over the top, coming in from mid. Eventually will get dropped. 3v3 now. Now the Hunter's Fury won't connect onto any, and the plant does go down, so maybe a little bit of a heads-up play from XG, aware that that ultimate was online, planting a little bit more of an unconventional spot. The big laser beam goes directly between them. The Neural Theft, though, revealing the positions. And ALE know that no one's on site. Both players of XG just sitting in main, choosing to play a little bit of a spam here, as now the first tap comes on, and, well, Crime, having picked up the Vandal, takes them both down, so ALE is keeping this close, making sure that it doesn't escape them. And they're making sure that XG can't get the match point. So now for the first time on the defense, we're seeing the Jet pick up an operator. I should really figure out, wait, let me just figure out who in the world is the Jet for Afterlife. I should really have prepped this earlier, but I kind of expected to be able to see the names of the players. Let me just open this up. Who is the Jet on Afterlife? Onob, that's his name, that's right. Okay, so I believe it's probably Onob. See if I can remember that. Viper's Pit gonna be securing A main. Not really anyone there. Zupa's found the first into Dasani, so that's the entry of XG taken out of this round. And XG, they're gonna be left in a 4v5 here. They almost have to play the map to perfection without that dive agent. It's gonna be really hard to hit a site. With the Viper's Pit and A main, the options are definitely limited. They're not choosing to explore it just yet. I believe Spartabang did go and have, not Spartabang, it was Downtail that went and had a little bit of a gander early on in the round, but chose to leave instead. And see on the mini map, Zoop is taking that space straight back. So they should know that all the players of XG are either at mid or towards that B site. Zupa left thinking a little bit. What do I do with this trip? Do I go past it? I think he might have. He broke it, and, well, Yuji's found Crime on site, but the operator keeps on ringing out, and, well, won't find any other kills just yet, and now the Viper's Pit. I think the... Wait, Shinobu fell. Just from a classic. A third on the round, 2 with the classic, 1 with the operator. The dichotomy of using the most expensive gun and the cheapest gun, the free one even. How on earth has Onob done that? I don't know if he was just spamming into the pit with the classic, but I mean, he took Shinobu down, and, well, Yuji has no other choice but to save. 11 to 10 now, both teams on double digits, and, well, looking at the economy of XG, this is probably going to be the last buy round they have if they lose this. And it might actually be ALE who are going to be potentially getting up to match point first. I mean, I was saying at the start of the round that Onob had picked up the operator, but he did get a first entry with it, or the first pick. But it ended up being the classic that converted. Now XG choosing to go through A main instead. All 5 players here. Potentially one going down mid. But it's just going to be a straight hit here. All the players flooding onto the site. A classic Breeze play of putting up the wall and just hitting go. Flashing through now. Downtail. It's connected onto more. Now in the numbers advantage, they can fall back and just play this post plant. And Yuji's probably going to be lurking down halls here. Potentially going to spot that TP as well. Down to a 4v3 as Spartabang playing on site. Peeks forward. Met by a clone though. Not going to find any players just yet. And, well, now they know he's there. Dart not quite revealing him though, so see if anyone checks him. And he peeks out and finds the back of Puck. Now it's all down to Zupa and Crime. And, well, Spartabang takes them all down. Clean shots and a clean conversion. As I said, that was a must-win for XG, and now they're on to match point. The economy will be just fine, as they've secured, at very least, a chance in overtime, if not a map win. And honestly, I mean, looking at XG, they're managing to get this done without Dasani putting up the numbers he normally does. Normally you see him up at the top of the scoreboard and show 16 and 16. It's not awful, but, you know, not the stellar performance we normally see from him. So this round's going to be fast down mid, just leaving Dasani behind, potentially going to turn this into a split. Crime, though, has taken him down from mid doors, so he's not going to have any place in this round. He's not going to be able to find any impact. Super. Sticking around in A main. Just going to force out the drone to reclear. Now XG should know that no one's in A main. Cleared it out. An expensive bit of utility to use. No longer going to have that bit of util for sight. And what a shot from Zuba to take down Yuji lurking down halls. Now ALE should know this hit is coming. The wall comes out. But Downtail hits the first kill into Crime. It's a 3v5. Should XG convert this, and, well, I was going to say Downtail not falling for the clone this time, but one of his teammates does end up shooting it. Downtail and Spider-Bang holding hands with this pyramid. Playing right next to each other, but they're both low. This is a 2v2 now. They've brought it down to a winnable position, and more converts. Taking them both down where his teammate could not. Not allowing XG to run away with this just yet. And bringing his team up to 11. 1 round away from overtime. 1 round away from being able to have another chance to potentially take their own map pick. They don't want to let this one slip away. And I keep bringing this up, but this is an elimination game. It is only map 1. But on your own map pick, you really want to be winning this. You don't want to be going into what I would assume would be a pretty well prepped map of Sunset from XG. I don't quite have the stats on hand, but picking into the map, I'm sure XG will be confident. So now we go into this final round of regulation. It's either going to be a map win or overtime, and well, that's a good start. Yuji taking down a little bit of spam, a little bit of dishonest Valorant, if you will. It's the Hunter's Fury, well, it connects and takes down the Jet. Onob falling. As this fight has been taken by XG, the bomb has gone down. Now the 4v4 post plant. Dasani revealed, but still sticking around, and Downtail playing around yellow. He's being slippery with these flashes. None left. Now we look to Zupa on the flank. Gets spotted out. Is he ready for the 2 here, though? Choosing to TP back, and, well, Spider-Man completely unaware. ALE taking this back, down to a 3v1. The time is ticking, but Shinobu cannot do anything to stop the defuse from coming through. We go into overtime. Zoogang versus Afterlife. It's not done yet on map 1. Afterlife clawing it back. This is what we want to see for an elimination game. This is only map 1. So I can't wait to see what we have next, but gotta focus on the game at hand. It's overtime. And as we swap sides, we have to look to XG. No one's forcing out an operator, so there'll be no skill cannon in this round. Just pure rifle gunplay. See what they can do. It's just gonna be the Cypher setup. Yuji on B site. It's been incredible when they were on their defense. But actually choosing to play off site, and maybe a little bit of a mid play here. Possibly going to be setting up Dasani, or just walking forward and taking the space. There's no one here, so all of mid will be in the hands of XG as, well, it's just going to be a bit of a fake towards the A site. Super teleport back to join his team. Dasani jumps up onto the box. It's just a 1-for-1. Now the positions of ALE should be known, and Shinobu in the back. He's taken down Zupa. That mid space given to them for free, paying off in dividends here. As Afterlife are left to scramble, reposition. They're actually going towards the stack. All 4 players gathered in mid and on the A site. So they have a lot to clear. Onob, though, potentially figuring out that, well, maybe they don't have anyone halls. Would be right, as the space is free for the taking. They're going to start walking forward. Side by side. Just the two players. And more walking up A main. Hasn't seen anyone. It's just Sparta Bang tucked in the close right
30
corner.
seconds left.
It'd have to be hard cleared. So now the door should be open. Downtail should be ready for this fragment grenade in response. And while Sparta Bang on that off angle ends up paying off more. We'll get the trade though. It's Onob. Well, manages to escape with his life, and Moore's found another one. Onob, not cleared just yet, down to a 1v1. The time is low. Has to come down to this fight, and Yuji has to stay alive. Will get the kill. Moore knows he needs to get this, knows that he needs to find him, and with 1 second left, he gets the kill. There's no way. There had to be less than a second left in that round, and he finds the head of his counterpart, winning the Cypher 1v1 and taking his team up to map point. More a Herculean effort in overtime. The gunplay ending up to end it. Jeez, I'm at a loss for words. There's no way Moore's just done that. That is absolutely insane. Now XG staring down the barrel of losing this map potentially. They were the first to map point, but now in overtime at a disadvantage for the first time. Zonob forcing up the operator, taken down to low HP as Dasani's going to peek forward, finding the first. The bomb should be going down, and Downtail is ready to fight as well. Will get taken down though. Downtail not finding anything in this round. It's now down to the 4v4, and Sparta Bang has been excellent playing by this pyramid position. What can he get done this round? This is do or die here. Elimination map 1 on the line. Sparta Bang finds the first. Crime taken down, and Yuji flanking through mid. Eventually, Sparta Bang will fall on sight. Puck getting that trade, and now half onto the bomb, just sticking the defuse. The molly's not going to take him down, and the stick right under their nose. Afterlife are going to take map 1 in overtime. 12-14. Able to convert their map pick. Now going into sunset. Gonna have to look to XG to see what they can do. We'll be right back, everyone, as, well, an absolutely epic first game. We'll see what else the series has to deliver, but until then, I will see you guys soon. Alright everyone, welcome back to VCT Oceania Challenges League here. It's map 2 of Zhugang versus Afterlife Esports. We've just seen Zhugang take the map pick of Breeze in overtime. It's a pretty crazy map there, some pretty heroic plays from, like, just in overtime. I mean, I'm still, like, remembering the play that Moore had at 11 to 12. Absolutely crazy stuff. And so, yeah, now going into Sunset, it's XG's map pick, so hopefully they're going to be potentially taking us to a map 3. I personally don't have any stakes in this, but I'd love to see it go the distance. As, yeah, I mean, XG, they're definitely going to be gutted there, first to match point, but ripped out of their control. As Afterlife really had a good comeback there to end up taking map 1. So yeah. Little bit of a production update though. My observer has unfortunately had to go, so I will be taking the reins of the camera. Hopefully I catch as much of the action as possible. But you know, I'll do my best. I mean, honestly, if I was to think about, you know, the players to watch, I mean, Downtail had a really, really crazy map 1. I mean, he was going insane on the KO, finding so much value with the flashes and just his gunplay in general. He's going to be moving over to the Sova this game, and yeah, we'll see what they can do with it. If we look at the comps here, pretty standard stuff here. The only things different are the choice of Initiator, Afterlife going for a KO Gecko, whereas XG maybe looking for a little bit more of an execute heavy comp with the Breach and the Sova. So, slightly different approaches from the teams. We'll see what they have prepped. And yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see if Dasani can maybe step it up a little bit of a notch. I mean, not that he did badly on Breeze, but, you know, there's probably a few rounds where I would have hoped to see him do a little bit better. See what they can do is, well, it's going to be fairly fast down into mid. Potentially a bit of a skirmish about to take place as, well, Onob's going to be spotted, stunned up, and potentially Yuji to backstab. He'll actually fall back, and now Onob, smelling that there's someone here and potentially looking to chase him. Hits going on over to the A site, though, as Crime's going to take down Downtail immediately, and, well, it's actually going to be XG pushing all the way into CT, not choosing to plant the spike. They want to fight this on the pistol. They're chasing down Crime. They know he's low, and Dasani flying in with the classic. Takes him down. Yuji's found one. Does get traded by Onob. But the spike, the remaining members of XG, flipping the map, running through Defender spawn of all places to plant the bomb on the B site. Now, the map flipped. It's going to be the retake coming in from Market and Flank. First few spotted out, and Shinobu takes Onob down. Are they ready for the flank, though? Zupa ends up converting the kill with the classic, and it's all down to Dasani and Spadabang to hold this post plant. Potentially going to be a tap onto the bomb in just a second. Dasani holding strong, though, not letting them get closer, and Spadabang gets one for himself. XG will take the pistol on their map pick. Starting here on the attack, starting strong, and definitely showing that they're willing to fight. They're willing to take these rounds straight into the spawn of all places. Bit of a crazy pistol round. So now we're actually going into round 2. If we look at their buy, XG not afraid to buy up pretty heavily into these rounds. We have a Phantom, Guardian, 2 Bulldogs, and then Yuji always happy to just play the luck roll with a pistol. Potentially pick up a gun from a fallen teammate if it happens. If not, his aim's been pretty good with the sidearms as well, so we'll see what they can do here. It's just slowly creeping forward. It's all on A, so it would be the correct read as there is a stack of players from Afterlife all the way over on B site. Maybe reconsidering for just a moment, Dasani is going to take a little bit of a gander down mid. Going to slowly creep their way forward, pushing up on their own. getting a little bit dangerous here and eventually falls back to his team. And, well, the team eventually deciding that let's go back to A. Haven't really revealed anything just yet. Now the recon bolt will reveal no one's waiting for them in elbow, and now the hit comes out. Dasani flying in, won't be anyone on site to receive. The site is completely in their control, nothing too much invested to take it as, well, Shinobu's, he's fighting all the way forward, a super deep smoke. Only more spotted. There is Zupa here to potentially help out, and XG, well, they're choosing to fight. And they take Zupa and more down. The rest of the retake is coming from the flank here. Let's see what they can get done. Crime will find the first onto Yuji. Of course, Yuji only had a ghost there, so forgivable death. Not like he had like a gun or anything to take them down. So, that being said, Raze and Puck have taken 2 down with the pistols. It is still unlikely though. Crime is low HP and Shinobu round the back should take him down. That's expensive. 2 guns are going to be dropped from XG. Going into their bonus round, we'll see if they choose to reinvest or potentially just stay down to those sheriffs and play the bonus. Looks like Spada-Bang and Downtail will bite the bullet a little bit and happy to use the sheriffs. It's now a gun round for Afterlife. We'll see if they can make sure that the bonus round does not get converted for XG. It'd definitely not be good for them if it does. All players of XG gathered here in a site. Dasani's going to be fast into elbow. There's only one player here. It's just going to be more here, potentially, to stop this. One trip on the site that he might be able to play off. It's definitely an interesting one, placed in a fairly odd position. The camera will be destroyed, and, well, Spada-Bang's been caught, and Moore takes him down. So I was saying, it's a bit of an odd trip, and, well, Dasani eventually gets one in reply, but Yuji, yeah, the trades are going back and forth, and, well, the retake happens in a flash. Puck taken down 3 before the bomb even gets planted, and, well, Afterlife, maybe just superior firepower there. They were the ones with the guns at the end of the day, and, well, they will put a round on the board. Bonus will not be converted for XG. Not too much damage done either. Onob is going to be going down to a sheriff. The rest of the team will have the guns. Maybe you gotta wonder if maybe it shouldn't be the Raze. Your star duelist who's going down to that sheriff. But, no matter. See what they can get done with it. All these players have pretty sharp aim. Anything could happen. Mid door's gonna be destroyed, and Onob sticking around in market. Dasani takes him down. Pressure here towards the B site. Dasani creeping forward, taking up the space. In main though, Yuji's found Crime. A 1-for-1 trade, and, well, Puck, aware that Dasani was just walking forward through market the whole time. So now XG left with main in their control, and the neural theft will reveal that no one's waiting for them on site, just Puck sitting in market. So they will make their way onto the site. This bomb should go down. And, well, Shinobu, an aggressive controller player, going all the way forward. He'll find more. Really well-placed paranoia, well-timed. Gets rewarded with a kill. Now falling back down to B main. It's an interesting plant. Planted deep on the site here, so clearly XG, they want to hold on to the back of site. Puck over the top, will get a trade, will get a third, taking down Yuji down to a 1v1. Puck here, 30 HP. So he will fall to a singular bullet from Spada-Bang. Or Shinobu, sorry, and Shinobu, well, he'll take him down. Like I said, just the one bullet from the Vandal enough. As XG, well, they put another round on the board. 3-1. And despite losing their bonus, happy to come back into the gun rounds and, well, quite frankly, show AoE who has the control in this map. Really well played from them. Once again, they're going to start early towards the A site. Interestingly, their default seems to be very aggressive, right? They have everyone stacked up together, almost like they're prepared to fight. And I mean, if they chose to move forward, a fight they would have gotten is 4 players on A from ALE. Maybe something just telling them that they might not want to go in that direction. They'd be making the right call. Dasani's taken down more and quickly collected the entirety of the B site. The showstopper popped, claiming a ton of space. Not quite connecting onto Zupa. You can see Dasani and Shinobu more than ready to take the space when the smoke fades. Paint shells to hold Zupa back, and, well, a little peek will reveal no one's there. A little bit of a shoulder spotted now, and, well, Shinobu's still just waiting with the paranoia in hand, not popping it just yet. The fight's going around mid and market is, well, looking at the minimap, it might actually be a call to save here. Yeah, ALE not wanting any of this. Definitely absolutely terrified that the way that XG are playing these post plans, they know that they're pushed forward and they just don't have the utility or the time to clear it out. And yeah, XG know it. Dasani's going hunting, trying to make sure that these players don't carry the rifles forward into the next round. I doubt they'll find any though. Not really much time left in this, and so 3 rifles will be taken into the next round, so it won't be an eco. Not quite disaster just yet for Afterlife, but also a little bit more left to be desired from the team. That round really slipping away from them. Not able to hold on to the B site. Once again, XG just grouping up in A main. You'll have to wonder what their protocols are. Maybe if they look for a fight in A main, if anyone's pushing, they fight it as a team, but if not, they go and re-clear mid. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing this round, is Dasani once again just creeping up in tiles here, taking the space, confident as ever, to just walk forward, knowing that he'll win this fight. He's gotten all the way up into mid. Sitting in the dark cover, there is a camera above him, so if he chooses to go forward, might get spotted by it. But hasn't quite taken that space just yet. One player of XG in the meantime has fallen in B main, losing the fight. So 4v5 here, the first time they've been put in this situation, and, well, Dasani's slipped the net. The camera's not going to spot him, but Onob takes down Yuji just with a sheriff at mid. Talking about the lower buys earlier, and Dasani spots him, and he's walking forward. Might be seeing to play with trigger discipline, and, well, yeah, he will eventually find one. Now his position known. Question marks on the map. The ping's coming out. Dasani's making the call to go over to the B site. But there is still 2 players here, so they do have to clear out B main. They do have to be careful.
30 seconds
But it is the initiators here. Both of them with plenty of utility in pocket still, so they should be able to take the space, and they should have spotted crime, and, well, the paranoia doesn't connect. Dasani eventually gets taken down by Puck, but Spadabang fill in the space immediately, and eventually will put down the spike. Null command now. Puck immediately dropped by Spadabang, and, well, he continues to fight forward, but Zupa will take him down and more from the back. We'll make sure that the retake is successful. An interesting round there. Dasani maybe a little bit lucky to get as much space as he did by just walking around mid on his own. That camera maybe, a bit of a risky play. Choosing to place it for the info. But the thing is that if you don't check that camera, it won't get anything. It's not like a trip where if if someone runs into it or breaks it, you get that information just passively. The camera is a little bit more of an active piece of utility. It's not really doing anything unless you're checking it. So we'll see what the adjustment is. In fact, if we're looking at the mini-map, it looks like it's going to be quite a lot of players here. Going to be fighting mid. Just a slow walk forward. Dark cover to give them some space as Onob is going to walk all the way down here, hand in hand with Zupa. They're clearing out a lot of space. They haven't seen anyone. So they should eventually be able to figure out that this is going towards the B site, and that dark cover should reveal that the players of XG are coming in that direction, but Onob's fallen to Yuji, just checking mid, maybe aware that that push could have come. Now with the neural theft, they should know that B site is free. The bomb's going to go down. Seems to be a different plant spot every single round. Well, it's a 5v3 once again. Things really not going the way of Afterlife. Dasani, once again, willing to fight forward here, holding on to this market space. retake is going to come his direction from 2 different avenues, and well, he's found the first. Zupa will trade, but it's a 2v4 still. This is still unlikely, and the bomb, it's been ticking. Wingman's gonna potentially get on the defuse, potentially get to half, but nothing's blocking that sightline from main, and Wingman doesn't even make his way to the spike before getting dropped, and well, yeah, with that, the call is made. You have to save. You have to just hold on to these rifles if you want any chance of this. The bomb will explode, and a 5th round for XG. So yeah, now moving into the 8th round of the half. Have to be looking to Afterlife for answers, really. I mean, they've got ults to play with. Some big ones, too. The Thrash and the Showstopper. Those 2 alone can really take control of a site. Whereas on the side of XG, well, they've got some ults to play with as well. The Rolling Thunder and the Hunter's Fury on Sova. See what they can get done with it. Early Dizzy Flash, won't spot any. But the players of XG should have heard that. There's a lot of players towards the A side of the map, and, well, Zupa is being proactive here. Yuji taking down Onob before he can get any further information, and, well, Zupa maybe just not ready for the trade. Should be able to slip past these cyber cages, though, and he's looking for a fight. He's looking to pick up where Onob fell. But unfortunately, all he gets for his troubles is a trip. And that's definitely not something that Afterlife will be happy about. But as I say, that Dasani has fallen. His mid-antics of just walking around and getting crazy timings not going to pay off this time. And now the Rolling Thunder will send these players of XG towards the B site. Trips should be broken, and, well, Shinobu's all the way forward. But this time Afterlife should be ready for this. They're all the way up in Boba. They have this control. And now with the Thrash, are they going to check Shinobu? They don't! Shinobu finds the first. Does get traded, but Downtail's found one of his own. And now in this 2v3 post-plant, what more can Moore do? Every time I say his name, it feels like I'm repeating it, but now the Hunter's Fury invested into this, but won't be connecting onto any. That doesn't really matter because Yuji, he's found Zupa and the spam onto the spike. It'll eventually take Moore down. Yuji with 3 on the round and 6 now for XG. Really kind of running over Afterlife so far in this half. As I mentioned though, this is XG's map pick, so I'm sure they'll be confident moving forward that they can potentially bring this out to a larger lead, and then on the defense, I'm sure they'll have plans. This is an XG that's hungry to stay alive in this competition following their loss to Fundry yesterday.
Yes, this should do.
Whereas Afterlife, well, they have a map buffer, but I'm sure they'd like to win this if they could. But still struggling to find answers here. It's time the Cypher setup shifted around. I believe this is an eco though, so not too much brought into this. It's a little bit of a silent pushdown, and, well, the superior firepower shuts it down immediately. Already down to a 3v5, make it a 2v5 as Dasani chases Onob down and collects the kill, adds it to his pocket. Yeah, not a whole lot to do. Puck with a pretty big flash there. I believe that blinded up at least 2 or 3 of the XG players, but you can hear the spam and you can hear that it wasn't really going to get anything, and Yuji will close out the round. Flawless round. It is just against an eco, so a little bit of an asterisk on it, but at the same time, completely flawless. Now the timeout called from Zupa. Yeah, Afterlife, they're going to be thinking about how they can potentially bring this half back into their favor. All they can hope for is a 7-5 at best. This is definitely not looking super great for them. And XG really aren't showing any signs of stopping. I mean, they play the start of the round pretty slow, but at the same time very reactive. They seem to have a plan for whatever utility they see. And whenever they get their hands on the site, they really push forward and make sure that, you know, the retakers don't have an easy job. And it's definitely an interesting strategy, right? Because on Sunset, you either see kind of what XG are doing, where teams are extremely aggressive in the post plants and fight forward, or on sites like B main, for example, you'll see them plant the bomb and then all fall back and just play for a spam. And well, Afterlife, they just can't seem to find the answer to either of those so far. We've seen a little bit of both, but XG definitely controlling the pace of the game so far and taking the fight all the way to Afterlife. It's now going into this round after the timeout. See if there's any adjustments. See if they can convert this round and bring it a little bit closer. Early information should be gained, and well, usually recalls the trip just before the nade breaks it, so heads up play from the Cypher there, and well, Dasani fighting forward. The showstopper won't connect, but Downtails found 3, taking down all the players in main. This has gone horribly wrong for Afterlife. Puck though, spot and Spada bang through a gap in that smoke. That might be all he gets though, as the spike's going to go down. It's a 2v3, so numbers not in favor, but it's also not impossible. No ults in play at the moment as Dasani. He wants to peek forward. Yuji will actually be the one to find it, and well, more is revealed, and Downtail gets 4. And the timeout comes up fruitless as it's now 8 rounds and with 2 left in the half. It's definitely not looking good for Afterlife. It's definitely much more of a convincing map so far, as opposed to Breeze, where it was completely even at the half and then taken all the way to overtime. So unless Afterlife can put those few more rounds on the board, we might be staring down the barrel of a quick trip to map 3. I'm here for it though, as Dasani satcheling out mid, finds a quick 2, and well, he's on to a 3rd. Potentially on for the ace here, as he's just going to keep going forward. Onob does take him down, denying any chances for it. This is a 2v3, so as I mentioned last round, it's not completely losable. But losable? It's not winnable, but definitely not favored. So we can see more here. Reclearing a lot of mid, and well, Onob preemptively pops that showstopper, won't connect onto any, knows where Shinobu is, but he's out of there. He knows he's been spotted, and he's just going to stay alive and hold hands with his teammate. Yuji takes down Onob, and it's all down to more. There's not much he can do here. It's a 1v3, and well, Yuji takes him down. 2-9 now. It's not looking good for Afterlife, as now the final round in the half.
Watching this spot.
Desperately hoping for a 9-3, as well, we're just really not seeing any of them winning these fights. I mean, you can look at the scoreboard. It's only Puck on double digits. The rest of the team really not quite having it in this map.
That goes there. Oh, this is a nice
Whereas on XG, I mean, Dasani,
goes here.
I was talking about him earlier. He's been an excellent player for XG, and well, he's really come back into it. Top in the scoreboard, 15 kills to his name. And he's looking to make it more, I'm sure. As he walks forward, clearing out A main. It's really silent at the start of the rounds from XG, but then they really just spring it on you, really turning up the pace from like 2 to 8 in the matter of seconds as soon as they make that first contact. And this round, well, they haven't needed to yet, because they've gotten all this space for free. So once this execute comes out, they'll be right there, right in their face, and well, Zupa finally sees it. And the site swiftly taken, but Afterlife is right here, coming in from Link. A ton of players here, should have been held back by that paranoia from Shinobu. Thrash out will detain Dasani on top of the box, but they have a lot of players to fight through, and Puck, well, that's a good start. He's found 3, but a few in reply from Shinobu and Downtail. But finally, Afterlife seem to have found the answer. The ultimates eventually dragging it over the line to bring them to 3-9. Still a long road ahead. And it all starts with a pistol. Now swapping over to the attacker side, we'll see what Afterlife can do. You have to wonder, it can't just be Puck. It can't just be him who's carrying his team. The rest of them need to step up, need to start finding those moments of brilliance that we saw in Breeze.
Yes, this should do.
Whereas XG, definitely going to be happy with their round, definitely going to be happy moving into this half. But I've seen big scorelines converted on Sunset before. Some teams tend to be much better on their attack side, and, well, this is definitely I would say, an attacker-sided comp with the double initiator. But then again, both teams do have it, so we'll see how they choose to play. The differences in the comp kind of shown here. Using that Gecko utility, they're happy to use it and then pick it up and then use it again. So potentially not as quiet, but still taking plenty of map control, has gotten all of B main. If you look on the other side of the map, Dasani and Shinobu have gotten all the space and tiles. Eventually they will connect with more. Shots in the back though, and Dasani is going to be fast through market. So the site will be taken. The retake is 4 of them here, and one's going to be quite quickly in as well, but maybe not quite ready for the close positions. It is just 1-for-1 trades, but suddenly it's going to be XG who are winning these fights. Suddenly it's down to a 1v3, and Moore's the only one left, and he can't do anything about it. Shinobu takes him down, and now 2 pistol rounds going the way of XG on their map pick. They might be trying to close this out in a fast one and bring us to a map 3. It's taking us the distance potentially. All they need to do is win 3 more rounds before, well, before ALE can win 10. So, as I mentioned, definitely favored. This is going to be a force up for Stingers. Stingers light shields and 1 heavy shield. Afterlife potentially looking to just blitz it through the A site. We do see Dasani and friends along with him, and yep, Dasani's going to pick up the first one. Onob just a little bit too far ahead, no chance for a trade, and now the force buy should be known. You can see Dasani proactive here, just holding this angle, and, well, he does find 1 headshot, but that'll be all he gets as Zupa runs him down with the Stinger. 2 players left on the site now. Spada Bang coming online now, taking down Puck. As the site stays in the hands of XG. Afterlife potentially reconsidering here, but they're kind of corralled. They don't have any space in mid, and it's 1-for-1 trades, but Spada Bang running around the corner will take Crime down and bring them up to 11. The force buy coming out with nothing. And I think ALE, they know that unless they start winning rounds now, it's going to be a quick trip over to Lotus for map 3, so they're forcing into this once again. Stingers and a Guardian. Didn't work for them last round, maybe trying to force it. Just try and get that 1 round on, try and snowball that economy with a Thrifty. But I think it might be unlikely. I mean, going in fast from mid, and the wall will be taken down, and Onob, he's going to be fast into market here, but a great stun will hold him back for just a moment. He will eventually convert onto downtail, unable to hold on to that space in market, and Yuji's doing a good job to stay alive on site, but Onob from around the back of Pillar will take him down, and now it's Afterlife's turn to play this proactive post plant, and Onob's going hunting. Eventually will get blinded up by Shinobu, who takes him down with the Spectre. So this has suddenly gone maybe a little bit sideways. Dasani with the rifle, picking up heads left and right, and it's all down to 1. Crime, the only player remaining, a 1v2. He finds the first, but Spada Bang running around in the dark cover eventually takes him down, and once again the force, it was closer this time, but just unable to get converted. And now with 12-3 on the board, it's match point. And I won't be surprised if we're going to Lotus in just a few minutes. As XG, they were not happy about losing Breeze, clearly, as they've come onto their map pick and absolutely decimated Afterlife. not giving them a footing into any of these halves. 3 rounds total. A stark difference to what we saw on Breeze. Yeah, I find myself thinking that we might not be seeing a comeback. I don't know, over the top. Oh, Dasani's gotten 3. How's he done that? Downtail with one of his own, and yeah, Dasani's going to try and put this one to bed. Moore will take him down, but in a 1v4, there's no way. We're going to Lotus, and yeah, jumping around, toying with their food. XG. A dominant win on their map pick. We are going to Lotus. We'll be right back after a short break. Stick around, because this is definitely an interesting one. Elimination on the line. We'll see who wins it out on Lotus. Alright everyone, overtime in map 1 and dominance on map 2. It's Zoogang versus Afterlife. I'm Atlas, and well, this is the decider of Lotus in this elimination game. We'll have to see who can take it over the line. I mean, Zoogang had a dominant map on Sunset. We'll see if they can do it again here on Lotus. Whereas for Afterlife, well, we'll see what they can do to potentially recover from that. I mean, it was a bit of a stomp, so you can kind of, you know, shuffle behind that, put it behind you, and, well, maybe just say, wasn't our day on that map, they prepped more, it was their map pick. Now here on Lotus, hopefully they can make things a little bit closer. And as I alluded to earlier, this is an elimination game, so whoever loses this is done for the year. This is split 2 relegation or promotion, right? So whoever wins this moves forward in the lower bracket for a chance to join the top 8 teams. I think it's top 8 teams. Yeah, top 8 teams from split 1. So they're fighting for their place to play with the best in our region of OCE. And both these teams are hungry for it. XG especially. I've brung it up a few times, but after losing 15-17 to Funtrue, I'm sure they'll be disappointed with their performance. And now going into this map of Lotus, well, you can see it, Dasani heating up after sunset, finds the first kill onto Onob, and, well, A-main will be secured here. And all the players of Afterlife are running over, all the way over to C. It's just the Killjoy here to contest, and, well, Mollies should be able to hold them back for just a moment. Of course, Crime on the Omen doesn't have TPs this round, so won't be able to teleport past, but still, the nanoswarms, enough to hold them back for now, enough to buy time for rotates. But Afterlife now thinking that they might be wanting to go towards B. I mean, one of their players has lucked all the way up. Sani's found one on the flank though. This has been a very proactive push here, and, well, Zoogang knows exactly where the players are. Puck will eventually fall to Sani. 3 on the round now. They should know that these players are around Mound. Potentially could go for opening the door here. Or just wait for the hit to come in. I mean, XG have numbers in their favor. 4v2 and, well, maybe overreading that the bomb's going towards A. It's really not for the moment. As I say that, Afterlife, well, they're running all the way over, so maybe they have made the right read. XG are going to be here and waiting. Dasani, sure he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out, he gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani, clean with it, opening it up with a statement ace against Afterlife. Well played from the Rays of XG. And if that's not a tell for what we're going to be seeing in this series, on this map, this final map, I don't know what else would be. Now going into their buy round. Gonna be forcing up Dasani. Gonna be grabbing that rifle, and I'm sure he wants more kills. I'm sure he wants those eco frags. He's gonna be fired up after that ace. And once again, this A-main fight, so common on this map of Lotus. ALE not having any of it, choosing to go in towards the B site instead, and Onob pushing all the way forward. Just a judge here, and Downtail pushed out into the open now. All the way down to low HP, and Onob does eventually convert, pushing all the way forward, upgrades to that judge. And the spike hasn't been planted either. They're going all the way into C, and, well, somehow the turret's taken down Puck. Yuji as well with the Sheriff. He's holding down this site. Moore's gotten 1, but Yuji has gotten 3 of his own, and Dasani now with the Sheriff. Well, with the rifle, sorry, will eventually get taken down. Shinobu recovering with the Spectre, and, well, it's a bit of an expensive one. 2 weapons going to be brought over into this next round. But XG, I imagine, are going to be happy enough with that. Going to have a few buys going into this. I think one of them only had a Sheriff, so yeah, we're going to have 2 rifles, a judge, and 2 sheriffs. And XG, they've been hitting shots, so I'm sure they'll be more than okay with that. And the judge, haven't seen too much of it today, but, well, I'm sure Downtail will put it to good use. Seems to be a bit of a master at everything he does, and he's comfortable on this overall. Maybe a little bit of an unconventional pick on this map. And he's waiting. He smells them coming, but he gets checked, and Will Onob and Crime take them down, and Moore's found Dasani. So XG not having their way in this bonus, as Spartabang's going to get chased down here from two sides. Will he be able to connect onto Moore? He won't. Now just down to a 1v5. Yuji, this is just a bonus. And he's found the first. The counterpart Killjoy taken down. The spike's all the way over to C, and it should be getting planted. You can see on the minimap. They're going to be planted deep in sight, potentially playing for CT. They should know that Yuji's on the flank, so by playing these deeper positions, Yuji's got a lot to clear. A lot to do is just a Killjoy. He does have his turret back online to potentially clear some of these angles. But this would be a 1v5, and sure, he's got a little bit of time, but these crossfires has to push through this dark cover, opening the door. Maybe trying to bait these players to peek into him. I'm sure he'll just be happy to get some exits here, get as much as he can. Like I said, this is just a bonus, and, well, he's been spotted. The paranoia misses. But Puck swings round, will convert the kill.
No charges.
And overall, a clean conversion from Ailey, only dropping the 1. As yeah, XG, they pushed forward that round, wasn't successful, and, well, Afterlife, they looked ready for it. I'm sure they'll remain vigilant on this map. This is important. They have to be locked in here. Don't want any chance of moving on in this lower bracket and avoid elimination. It's got to be now. So now the barriers drop. Going into our first gun round. Early space taken towards Mound. Yuji will spot it and promptly fall back. Control gained by ALE. Whereas on the other side of the map, well, Dasani's gotten aggressive and he's pushing forward. He's all the way into lobby and he's gonna spot more. Made vulnerable by the alarm button. That'll make sure that he can get taken down in 2 body shots from the Vandal. Dasani may be playing a little bit too far ahead. And definitely punished by more.
Fire in the hole!
Now, it's going to be Onob with the showstopper, not connecting, but spots Yuji, who somehow manages to get the kill and another one for his trouble before getting taken down. Downtail as well. Finding Zupa. Suddenly, an early advantage has slipped away as it's a 3v2 now. There is the lockdown, but, well, Shinobu on the flank, pushing out of B. Takes him down, and it's all down to Puck. Had a decent start to the map and has been playing pretty well. Especially on Sunset, one of the only players on ALE to be shooting back. Now on the Viper, bit of a flex player. Stuck in a 1v2 now. So it'd be a massive round to get. He peeks around, secures the 1v1. He's also got the bomb and he's taking it to B, so he should be able to get her first and get it down just in time. Snakebite to hold the rotate off, and, well, he actually wants to fight forward, not committing to this plant. Playing in his own molly, and he peeks forward and he converts. The 1v2, Puck wanting to fight, wanting to take it straight to his opponent. Ends up paying off even though he steps in his own molly. Playing with fire there, but burns brighter. All for it. Puts a second round on the board now. And that's going to put XG all the way down to an eco. Really well played from Puck. Like I said, he was firing, shooting back on Sunset, as well as Breeze, and appears to be carrying forward that performance onto Sunset. Hopefully his team is going to be holding strong as well as Onob comes online, takes down Dasani and Spartabang. Yuji finds one pushing forward, and he's possibly looking for more here. Fighting so aggressively, taking all the space, peeking round. Will eventually fall back and just leave the turret. Not that it will see too much as the spike is going towards the A site and Downtail won't be able to hold. Onob takes him down. 3 kills in the round, on for an ace here. And I haven't seen this form from Onob just yet in the series, so what a time to come online. Of course, this is just against an eco round, but hey, a round is a round, and you want your players to be getting that confidence, feeling the aim, and, well, in an instant, both players fall, choosing to play a part, and they both lose their ones. As despite losing the pistol, ALE strike back with 3, taking the lead. And they will not fall flat like they did in Sunset. fighting back, making sure that XG are punished for their, quite frankly, over-aggressive playstyle. I mean, almost every round we're seeing a player from XG push all the way down C or A and taking a fight where maybe they could just be holding that space instead. So now, once again, aggression shown in A main from XG. Nothing in reply, just space taken on the B site. Slowly creeping forward, a dark cover to block the vision, but the space is definitely in the control. Now opening the door, they're going to be fighting into Mound from 2 spots. There's no one here to receive though. And there's no one on the site either. Just these nano swarms. The Zonob is going to be ready to fly in. There's these close corners and spots 1. Takes down the turret. Now just the lockdown to hold them back. And they're out of there. Not having any of it. Not wanting to fight forward. Yuji has found one onto Crime, but well, it's an empty A site, so they should be able to get the space, but are they ready? They're not ready for... What? How? There's no way. XG Shinobu in shambles is... He should have had at least 1 kill there, but Onob hits an insane shot, and they're going back to C now. They've fully sold that fake, and they've also lost the kill. Oh my gosh, XG. Unlucky round as Spartabang doing his best to bail them out in this round. Finds the first one to Onob, but eventually will get taken down by Zupa. Now a lockdown from ALE. Afterlife keen to put their hold on this half and take an early advantage. Sani does have the showstopper here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that popped. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the party. Players low, players available to be picked up here. Downtail has found one, and the blind showstopper will connect onto more, so this is looking good for XG. Puck takes one down. This will be a 1v3, and now the snake bite out. And it doesn't quite hit. But fuck! How he just spams down Dasani. Dasani choosing not to stick on the spike at all. And Puck wins another clutch. There's no way. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And yeah, timeout from Glizzington. This is not good. I mean, Puck's just won 2 insane clutches in a row. And I mean, let's just break down what happened, right? So we had Shinobu push all the way out of B, sit himself in attacker spawn. Here's all the players rotating after the lockdown got used, and he should have gotten a kill. I don't know how on earth did he not kill them? Like, he didn't get a single kill out of that. Onob hits an insane flick onto him, takes him down, and because he heard so many rotating, all of XG went over to the A site. So ALE are like, sure, let's just go straight back to C. A really, really good tool, and then, I mean, Spartabang on site, he got 1, but the bomb went down, and, well, from there, I guess, I mean, the fights didn't really go the way of XG on the they were going the way of XG on the retake, right? We saw, you know, the ultimates really come into play with the showstopper, Dasani getting 1, and, well, Downtail got 1 with the Odin, but Puck just spamming from Mound. Takes them all down, and yeah, Dasani just, it felt like he didn't even, oh my gosh, that was very wholesome. A little bit of a chest bump from Afterlife. They're all happy with that one. So yeah, oh my gosh. Still just gathering myself from what just happened. So both teams now had a chance to recollect themselves, calm down a little bit, calm the nerves. So we go into round 7. And once again, Dasani getting active here, peeking past the Viper wall. Doesn't get spotted by Puck though. But the players of Afterlife, they're looking to push into him, looking to reclear this mound area. Toxic screen to come back up, and Dasani, he wants to peek through and straight into Puck, and Dasani won't find any. Now an empty A site. This is definitely not going the way of XG here. Afterlife starting to take control of this. There is some rotates here, so there won't be a free site just yet. But oh no, a blind kill satcheling forward. There's no way. Shinobu's found 1 with the Sheriff, but how is Onob getting away with that one? There's 2 players on the flank here. One of them has picked up a Vandal too, so danger not completely removed from this round, but definitely favored in a 3v2, and, well, it's all down to Downtail and his teammate Yuji. One spotted with the recon. This is a very aggressive post plant, right? And Zoop has found the first. 1v3 now. All down to Yuji, and the time is ticking. His position was known, and yeah, Onob will take him down. 2-5 now. Not too sure if that was an eco round, but if we look at the money now. Yeah, I think it was as XG. They'll have a buy this time. I mean, they made it a little bit close, right? It was a 3v2. Well played from Afterlife to not give any fights and, you know, pick and choose. Now 5 rounds in a row. XG, they got to do something. They have just taken the timeout, right? There was just an eco there, so, you know, acceptable to lose that. Now in their gun round, we'll see what their adjustment is. So Yuji just holding the space on mound. It's a dangerous game to be playing here, right? All it takes is one sharp shot. The C site's completely broken open. Once again, though, aggression shown on A, and the rotates will come over to the C site. Nightfall to claim the space, and Onob's going in. Paranoia to push Yuji back, and, well, the Hunter's Fury will take down Onob, and, well, no one's getting access to this site. The pivot's going to go all the way to B. See what they can do. Dasani's going to be the first to spot them. Hits a few shots, damage dealt, but no kills found. Is now Afterlife. Just going to slow down, potentially going to be going over towards the A site. Shinobu's waiting though, and he's found Zupa. What more can he do as he spots 2 more? He's going to fall back, let his team regroup. It's a 5v3. Good discipline on display here from Shinobu to not give his life away. Viper's Pit now out, but Crime peeking ahead of it, and Shinobu picks the timing perfectly. Now his teammates are here. They're going to be slowly clearing forward. The plant will go down, and this is a big ultimate. And as Dasani is moving forward, he's found both of them. The retake is successful, and the sheer numbers of XG will bring them over the line in this round. The Viper's Pit denied. The spike defused. And they will put an end to this string of rounds from Afterlife. I'm still getting over what's happened in these past 3 rounds. It's been absolutely crazy. This is a game that started with an ace in the pistol. A bit of a crazy second round. And then like a bunch of clutches and just hero plays. I mean, it's been insane. And we're 8 rounds in, right? We're in round 9 now. Both teams finally able to get a bye. Possibly both of them with like somewhat stable economies. I mean, if you look, I'm looking down the list, and most of these players should be able to buy next, no matter what happens. So yeah, I mean, this could still go either way. We're still early days in this game. Gonna be a fast B hit here as Onob and his teammates are gonna slowly walk forward. Not really slowly, not really making a subtle movement. Going straight in, getting that bomb down, and the showstopper is gonna be pushing into heaven. And Onob will convert. Sparta Bang. Defenseless, and they're right in the open. Nowhere to run there. On the Lotus attack side, it's going to be ALE that have taken the fight straight to XG, but Downtail not having any of it. He's found 2. Looking for a third. He will find it. And Shinobu as well, fighting in from that link area. The retake successful this time for XG. And that fast B hit maybe punished a little bit just from how fast these retakers could come in. XG able to win the fights. I mean, that's never been a problem for them this whole series. They've been shooting. Whereas in this map so far, it almost felt like ALE's just been outplaying them a bit. Catching players off guard. But given the opportunity for a 5v5 retake, XG come out on top in this round, and, well, that's going to stabilize their economy a bit. We should be seeing guns out for everyone, like I said, for at least one more round to come. So no worries yet for anyone as far as the economy goes, but definitely going to be worrying about the stakes and what they have to play for. The players of ALE taking early B control, but choosing to fall back, and now looking to reclear mound, looking to reclear rubble. Going to be going over to the A site, and there's some players here. Dasani, Boombot over the top, and a Paranoia to push the attackers back. Shinobu will convert onto Puck. That's the Viper gone, and now you can't use that Viper wall to reclear the area. And immediately the call is to go C, but XG definitely aware of it, and they'll be running straight in the same direction. They should be winning this race, as Yuji stalling on site, popping those nano swarms, pushed out into the open with those paint shells, and he's going to get taken down by Onob. Downtail running with the Odin. We'll end up trading Shinobu as well, doing a good job to keep the site in the control of XG. Not happy about losing the 5 rounds in a row. XG are finding their way back into this half, making it close. As
30 seconds left.
now in a 4v2, they should be favored to tie us up. See what Shinobu can do. Both players here of Afterlife, and going straight into Shinobu. He picks up a nice one first, but now that bomb's going to go down, and yeah, Spada Bang not even letting it get close. A clean conversion, not letting it get away from them. XG maybe a little bit shaken, but not out of it just yet, proving that they can take gun rounds of their own, and actually pushing down Afterlife Esports down to a bit of a rougher buy. Actually, nope, maybe the call is to force. Yeah, I mean, we'll see a few of them. Oh yeah, no, they got plenty of money. They'll be fine. They can buy next round. It's just Onob. And I mean, Onob's been hitting shots this game. He's been coming online right when they need him to. See what he can do here. He's going to be leading the charge. Only has a sheriff, or only a Bucky actually. Decided to go for the shotgun, and this is the perfect place for him as he jumps all the way up into this window. He's ahead of the fragment as well, but Spada Bang, he's definitely aware of this. He wants to clear it out, but well, I was going to say good utility from his teammates to help him out. And he's going to be jumping all the way out. Misses the Bucky shot, but the second one will convert the kill. Dasani will eventually trade, but Prime gets one back. So now the retake comes in. It's 2v3. They have the advantage here, and they're overwhelming the site. Dasani should be getting on this defuse. Prime, though, coming around from main, and there's a flank from Link, and Puck's found the first and the second, spamming through the smoke. Afterlife, it got a little bit close. I think Dasani was getting there on that defuse. It was at least halved. But the reflank from A through that breakable door comes up huge by Puck. Another round-winning play. We've seen plenty of really high-impact rounds out of this guy. 12 and 6 in this half so far. Him and Onob really carrying his team here. Whereas on XG, I mean, the players, they're still doing well, but, you know, maybe cooling off a little bit after that Sunset game, where all of them were guns blazing. Especially Dasani. Of course, he really shines on the attack, which is where he'll be going after this round. Until then, going to be hoping to bring this up to a 6-6, even just as we were on Breeze. But that responsibility falls onto the site anchors of XG to hold it and make sure that AoE can't find a way into the site. They will be successful for now. It's going to be a regroup, potentially go up towards B. Puck does have the space secured, but there is 2 people waiting on site. So if they choose to execute here, they're going to have to clear it. And well, this drone should see plenty. Puck tagged and falling back now. Afterlife, still plenty of time on the clock to reconsider, but it looks like they might just want to go for this one. Onob peeking forward, not even using the satchels. Now Dasani finds one with the showstopper, just sending it towards that main area. Now the lockdown in reply. Onob walked all the way forward, destroys it, takes it down. Now the spike's going back to C. They go through the door, and it's an empty site. So well played from Afterlife. A 1-for-1 trade, plenty of ults going around. I feel like Afterlife might feel like they've come out on top there. 2 ults for a 1-for-1 kill. And they've got ults of their own now. A lockdown, then a hold back the retake for just a moment. No knob. He's got his showstopper here as well, but Dasani, he's going to destroy this lockdown, but he misses! There's no way, and now he's detained. A free kill for Onob, satcheling forward, popping the showstopper, but Spada Bang. What a shot to take him down. It's now a 1v2. He has to convert, he has to find the kills, but he's unable to, and Moore takes him down. 5-7 for Afterlife.
Switching sides.
Showing that Sunset is in the past, and they're here to fight on Lotus, taking the advantage at the half over XG. Now XG on their attack side. Now you're hoping that, you know, your star players are going to come online. I mean, Dasani spent a lot of the last half just fighting an A main and not really finding that much. Whereas here you can send him in the head of the spear. Can really have a lot of impact. See what he can do in this pistol round. Not going to be seeing much of a fight towards A main from the defense. Instead, it's going to be over towards C. Whereas XG. Oh my gosh, Yuji's found the first kill onto Onob, just holding with the sheriff. It's a good start. Now taking the space in A main. They haven't seen it just yet. Will just be the Killjoy setup and, well, Molly taken out, and another one to try and hold them back for just a moment. Spamming through the smoke. Chip damage is all it will be. But this bomb is making its way onto the site and should be going down. Moore could take a timing and peek out of the smoke, but not quite. Oh, he doesn't! Dasani plucks him straight out of the air, but Zupa jumping, right-clicking with that classic will get the trade. Going back and forth now is XG. They seem to be winning these fights. It's all down to crime. 1v3 spotted the first. One of the players on the other side, Spartabang, is low HP, so he'll go down to 1 or 2 bullets. But is he aware that there's a player in main? He takes the first fight, wins it out. Now down to 5 HP. He'll go down to a stiff breeze. He just wants to get half on the spike, but Yuji peeks ahead of it. Takes him down, and XG dominant in these pistol rounds. I believe they've won every single one in the series today, except for the first one on Breeze. Not stopping anytime soon. And now they should be favored in this bonus round. Not bonus, eco round? I think it's called the eco. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it's the eco round. And the next round, if they win, is the bonus of the other teams on the anti-eco. I'm just going to get those terms mixed up. Yeah, they're buying up here. They should bring this to 7-7 just with the guns alone. It's a big stack on B from Afterlife. What can they do here? Just hoping that XG might push into them, but nothing found just yet, and they're going to hold their positions for now. And XG playing cautious here. They know they're up against an eco, so you got to be careful of those eco stacks. You don't want to be running into 5 people. No matter what the weapons are, they can deal some damage when there's just sheer amount of bodies on the site. Now the door being opened. Zupa's found the first, traded out by Shinobu. They're going to fall back off of this. No, Nob's found one. Spartabang, fortunately, keeping the numbers even, but, you know, these are weapons that have been recovered now. As you can see, they've run forward and picked them up. Spike is going to go in onto this B site, and they're chasing down, they're chasing crime down. Spartabang will find him, and, well, almost similar to the second round we saw on Sunset. XG are just happy to run through the defender spawn and take the spike to the other side of the map. Bit of a weird one to follow, but here we go. The spike is finally down in a 1v3 now. Fortunately, Zupa does have a bulldog. So he could deal some damage here. Again, every single one of these weapons that is lost for XG is one that they won't have going into their bonus round. And they want to be keeping as many of these as possible, but this triple stack here, they're all a little bit low. But yeah, 3 players there. Not a chance for Zupa. Things are now tied up again once at 7-7. XG keeping it close, making sure that despite all the rounds that they lost on their first half, that things will be at least even to start off with. We're already seeing hints of that Sunset attacker side that they had so dominantly when they were pushing forward and really bringing the fight to Afterlife. See what the play is this round. Potentially just to walk forward and B. Whereas Afterlife, this round they're going to go for that A fight. Take that control, leave the Omen behind, and rotate to help out the B site, and that's where the hit's going, and Puck's sprayed down too. Dasani and Shinobu the first to fall as this hit, well, it's gone terribly wrong, and this is just a bonus round, but it's going to be forcing them into the C site, and the rotators are already here. Downtail is going to be overwhelmed here. Yuji falling, what can he do? Absolutely nothing. His own Orb and Puck spray them down. A flawless round. That's going to be great for the economy moving forward. Afterlife not losing any of those weapons. They're going to be secured to buy for at least 1 or 2 more rounds. Whereas XG, if they want to keep things close, they got to win this one. They got to make sure that they win it and win it cleanly. If they want to keep buying up to those rifles, which is ideally what you want, they can't be losing them. They can't be losing rounds either. As Afterlife bring themselves back up to 7 to 8, holding on to their advantage. It's now towards Mound. Sani's going to be taking this control and pushing more all the way back. It's on the other side of the map. The A main control in the hands of Afterlife, and well, after taking Mound, it's going to be XG walking back, potentially going to be re-clearing this. They have the drone, they have that Sova. It's an unconventional pick on this map, but it's great for re-clearing these spaces, and well, they're not going to have too much information just yet. They know there's players here, but can't seem to do much against them. It's the one way in their face. There's no Viper Wall to let them past. So A-Main will stay firmly in the control of Afterlife, and the bomb's going all the way back to C, and there's still a Nano Swarm here. It's going to be popped for now as, well, they're going to be going into the site, and the Viper Orb, the Decay, all of them are chipped down. More has been spotted, but the bomb should be getting planted, unless Puck has anything to say about it. He's found the first. Spider Bang will trade out. All the defenders are here now, and now the null command popped. Going to be holding them back, and Spider Bang finds 2, swapping over to the sidearm. Won't take him down, but it'll deal plenty of damage, and Yuji will finish off. Finally, this bomb going to be going down. Planted on the side is Crime, the only one left. Yuji takes him down, and well, it's an interesting way of going about it, but they did win the round, and they did win it pretty cleanly. 4 rifles going to be saved over, so now XG going to be doing just fine. You can see Dasani was struggling to get a buy on. Yuji should be dropping him a rifle or Spider Bang. Either one has enough. But you can see they lost more. They might be questioning if they can what they can afford in this round.
Snuff them out.
So yeah, tied right back up. Neck and neck here.
Cover going out.
Like I said, elimination game on the line. The loser of this goes home, and well, they're doing this game justice. Keeping it close, keeping it exciting for us. Really going tit for tat here. Once again, just more on the site.
You should run.
Now with the lockdown popped, it is against just the one player on the site, so they should be feeling confident to take this as the timer goes down and Dasani flies in. It is an empty site, courtesy of that ultimate. You can already see Dasani, he wants to fight forward, possibly waiting for his teammates. Now the bomb's gone down and he's found one. Aware that there's more, and somehow he's gotten another one as well. Fully blind up though. Crime gets 2 in response, and suddenly this is a 2v3. The fight not going the way of XG, and Yuji's low. They have to fight. He's found one, but Crime takes him down, and Spider Bang, not Spider Bang, Shinobu, TPing up into the smoke. Crime reads it perfectly, takes him down, 4 on the round. Somehow that's like the second time I've mixed up Shinobu and Spider Bang. Don't know how that keeps on happening. His Afterlife strike right back. Both teams on a knife's edge. Both of them 1 round loss away from having a low buy round, so this is an important one. It already sees that XG down to the light shields and even a stinger on Spider Bang, so this is dangerous.
Claw through them.
This is still anyone's game, and well, Dasani's got the showstopper, but there's 4 ults on the other side, so Afterlife not getting this A-main control this time. XG fighting back, pushing them back, and Yuji's found more on the other side of the map, so it's an option to rotate if they want to. No one is on the C site, and Yuji perhaps thinking that they might be wanting to rotate, but for now they're just going to freeze. Hold on to this control that they've had. Maybe see if anyone in Afterlife is going to take a peek out and potentially lose their life. They are just going to re-clear the B main area, break that turret. Now a few questions on the map as to where these defenders are. All of them have their ults online. So even though it's a 4v5, this could still swing either way. They're choosing to leave behind the A site for now, which is an unfortunate time maybe, but now hearing that dark cover, Onob should be aware. The door gets opened and now the spike is making its way onto the site. Spider-Bang's cleared all the way forward and he wants to fight. He wants to hold the space. It's going to be a one-way for him. So anyone coming from defender spawn, there's a lot to clear. Dasani and Spider-Bang, very proactive in this post plant. The rest of the players just waiting. They know that these ultimates are coming and Spider-Bang is going to send out the fragment and the showstopper from above takes him down. 2 ultimates invested now. There's still some left, should they choose to invest it. But Puck might not want to after getting that one onto Dasani and Onob as well. Yuji gets one in return though, and now the tap onto the bomb. It's getting defused halfway, going all the way. It's all down to Yuji. He can't get it done. 3 players still alive. A clean retake, using those ultimates and converting the round. Now XG feeling the pressure. Some of them choosing to force up into this round. It's going to be a very difficult decision to make. You know, you want to get those rounds. You don't want to give them a free run by buying nothing. But at the same time, you got to be thinking for the future, right? You're not likely to win, right? With the Sheriffs and the Guardian and the Light Shields, you're not likely to win. They're still deciding that 2 players with those rifles might be enough for them, and they're going fast this round. Fast into B site as they go straight through the snake bite. Low HP. Dasani connects onto one, traded by Puck. The rest of the team is going to stay behind here. The retake is all gathering on the site. There's going to be a pause for now, and Shinobu had the timing but didn't have the weaponry, and now Paranoias are going to be traded, and Shinobu TP's past. Will get taken down by Onob, but Yuji from behind, backing up his teammate, gets the trade, and now walking back onto B. Spike has an opportunity to go down, or they could just take the space for free. Downtails found Puck, and, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did only just need those 2 rifles. It's looking promising here. 2v3, and the first has been found. So now 3v1. It's all down to Crime. In from that breakable door, and the trades are good enough. Yuji drags them over the line. It was a bit of an awkward buy, but XG make it work. Like I said, definitely feeling the pressure at this point, but powering through it. They make the Sheriffs shoot, make the guns work for them, make and do with what they have, converting the round. And yeah, I mean, really, really well played from Yuji and Shinobu there, playing off each other really, really well. It's definitely a bit of a funny one, a bit of an awkward fight. But yeah, Yuji absolutely lights out this map, 20 and 13. Really picking up for his team, and, well, Dasani unaware that Crime had TP'd forward. Shinobu does get the trade, and Downtails picked up Onob with the Hunter's Fury. It's going to be XG who have pretty much won this A fight this round. They're going to hold on to Rubble, and once again, just pausing. Giving time in the round to breathe, recollect themselves, and, well, quite frankly, it starts making some question marks for the defenders. You know, are they still there? Have they moved around? And you can kind of see that, well, the players of Afterlife, they're scared. They haven't really re-cleared anything. They're sort of just waiting for XG to make a move. Nothing is coming just yet. XG staying so quiet, and eventually, here they go. The site hit is going to come out, the utility, but no one's here to hear it. No one's heard anything. And Shinobu now investing this from the shadows just to get some space, just to clear out tree. Definitely a bit of an odd one when they could have just opened the door, but you know what? Anything goes at this point, and now Downtail with this owl drone. Only spots the one, but there is 3 players behind it. Now running backwards, turning his back. Gotta question that decision, but now the lockdown. They have to clear this, they have to fight, and Yuji will take down Puck. Now the timer ticks down, and, well, Moore's got a little bit of space to hide, and he's even gotten a kill. It's a 1v2 now for Yuji. As one player is detained, he takes him down. 2 bullets left on the rifle, and no one's tapping onto the spike. He has it. He knows the time's low. He no more has to fight, and there's no time left in this. XG will convert the round just with that bomb exploding. Bring it all the way back to 10 to 10. Yuji, a pivotal round here.
Check still working? Double check it, please.
Bringing his team over the line, and I mean, he's going absolutely insane. 22 and 14 now.
Alarm bot out.
Definitely an interesting round, and I admire XG's ability to just, you know, let the round breathe. Just call those pauses after you take that initial space. Really, really well played so far. And it's close. I mean, this is an elimination game, map 3. There's nothing more we could ask for than such a close map. And XG and Afterlife are really giving it to us. Bit of a fake smoke here, bit of a feigned aggression. There's no one behind this. Rubble is completely empty, and if you look at that, XG calling the bluff, just walking past it, not using any util, and all the space is here to gain. Whereas Afterlife, well, they've just used a Prowler over in B main, and they haven't seen anything, and well, their control and mound is probably making them think that there's a good chance that these players could be coming up A, and they'd be right. Dasani is pushing all the way forward into stairs. Decides to reconsider and go towards the site. There's just the one player here, but the retakers are close by and ready to help out. Now the util comes out. Puck has gotten one with the Sheriff, but the players on XG are fighting forward. Good trades as Dasani, a little bit whiffy, picks up a different gun, and he's going to get the spike down, and suddenly it's all down to one. Zupa just with a Sheriff. I think this was an eco round, so, you know, still a little bit of a chance, but a 1v3 with a Sheriff, it's not easy. It's taken 2 players all the way down to 1 HP. So it's doable, and he's got a rifle. He swaps around to it. And Dasani is a quick headshot away from falling to the ground. Zupa now in a 1v2. The bomb. Plenty of util just to hold it. Just for now. No bullets in any of these rifles, though, as he has to reload. Now tapping onto the spike. Wants to get half before committing to anything, but Spada Bang peeks forward, takes him down. Not giving AoE any way back into this. As XG once again take the lead. Their attack sides have been excellent. 9-3 on Sunset, and, well, I forget the score on Breeze. Actually, it was 6-6. It was 6-6 both halves. And yeah, I mean, we could be looking at a game similar to Breeze, where it was extremely close and went to that overtime. I'd love to see it go the distance. As XG, well, despite winning that round, still have to, you know, go down to that lower buy. They only have a few Guardians. Because all these rounds have been going down to the wire. Just a few players left on either side. Now creeping forward into Mound, taking this control early. They haven't done this in a while. They have been going towards A main. But on that side of the map, Afterlife have taken all the control, pushing back the players of XG, corralling them, pushing them into the C site. It is just more here holding with the Killjoy utility. It's all been broken, so XG could choose to pump up the tempo and take that space if they wanted to, but instead, they're just waiting. And if they go into A, it's a brutal totem pole of players waiting for them, and a jump peak. Shinobu's down to 1 HP! How has he gotten out of that one alive? And yeah, now, seeing those 3 players, they're deciding, nope, we don't want any of that, let's go into C, and Dasani is going all the way forward. He's spotted Moore. Moore's just gotta wait. The players of XG, they creep forward. They're so good at doing this, and Dasani snaps onto him. Now he is the showstopper. He's probably going to choose to play with his team. There's a showstopper on the other side from Onob. But an instant null command to shut it down, and XG, they're winning the fight. This could bring them up to match point, and, well, I think Zupa realizes he doesn't have a chance here. It's a 1v4. No util with the null command, and he's just got to call it quits for this round, save the gun, bring it into the next round. It's going to be so incredibly close. It's going to be down to the wire once again, just like Breeze. It's going to be XG who will bring us to 12 first. We saw on that map 1 that Afterlife, they were able to claw it back and bring us to an overtime. We'll have a look. What can they do? Choosing to call a timeout. This is an important round, and looking at the economy, it's not going to be a great buy. They invested everything into that last round, and it didn't go well for them. So they're just going to talk, what can we do? What can we do to stop XG's attack side? They play so aggressive. But at the same time, they're just so good at controlling that tempo, right? They play so slowly at the start, and they are really good at just contacting forward. But then as soon as they, figure out what's going on, figure out the defender positions, they turn that tempo up so fast and really push you back. So I'm sure at this point, Afterlife are aware of it. They're just going to be discussing what they can do to stop it. 15 seconds left in the timeout. I don't believe Afterlife have a coach here, so they're just talking amongst the teammates, calming themselves down. Because they're staring down the barrel of an elimination. If you lose this round, if you lose this eco, you're out. That's your year done. This is split 2 relegation. So if you lose this, well, it's a long wait till next year to be playing in challenges again. So now as we go back into the game, 2 rounds left in regulation, should Afterlife be able to drag us all the way, and they've put together a messy buy. And this time they're going to be fighting towards C. 3 players here and an excellent dart will spot them. They will be falling back. But actually, no, they're just going to stay. They're going to make sure that they have this control. And for Zoogang, they don't want any of it. They're going all the way over to the A site. Just a Killjoy here to receive. Plenty of Utah on the site to try and stall them, but with the amount of players here, XG gonna get this bomb down. Stalled for just a moment with these nano swarms. Dasani, he wants to fight. He wants to find a kill with the showstopper. Looking all the way into CT, and look at the players of Afterlife. They're waiting for the sound of that explosion, and eventually it goes off. So here they come. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested, as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Now a 1v5 and the knives are out. And unfortunately for Afterlife, we will be saying goodbye to them as XG take them down. Overtime on map 1 not going their way, but they're dominant on Sunset and Lotus. Just scraping by 13-10. Your winners for today will be XG in 2-1 fashion. Well played from them. And honestly, an absolutely stellar performance from the XG squad past that first map. They kept it close, weren't able to drag it over, but since then, all guns were online and all of them were fragging. Absolutely insane stuff from XG. They will be moving on in the split 2 relegation bracket. Anyway.